Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to B-Migs. It's time to pump it up for Monday.
I know that Steve is very pumped up.
Yep. I think you're pumped up, too.
I am as well. BJ?
I saw some nice pictures of you, your backyard.
Oh, yes, my actual backyard for my house. I was like, wait a minute.
You got a nice backyard.
Something get leaked out there or anything?
Yeah.
See that?
Dude, his backyard is sweet. Yeah. Isn't that great? He's got a fire. His ass is... No. Rev's got a new house, and he's so happy he found... I mean, honestly, it's amazing. This is a tough market to find a nice house in, and you found a house in your price range in Tacoma with a game room, a backyard with a fire pit.
Bar.
A little shed. What are you going to do in that shed?
Oh, yeah.
I've got two sheds
Somebody want to know if
back
it's
there.
a jack shack.
It's not. It's the... I was going to say it's the tool shed, but then that kind of is that. No, it's that. There's a small one for our lawnmowers and all of our gardening equipment, which is something I have to have now.
That's euphemistic for sex toys.
It is not.
Sex swing in there.
And then we have another smaller one that's almost like a workroom shed sort of thing where I can build stuff.
Look how fancy you are.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to build anything right now. That's just storing like the paint that was left over. That's another.
That's where everything goes.
Yeah, that's where our camping gear and all that stuff is. But the yard is amazing. There's only an itty bitty bit of yard that I have to mow, which is great.
Oh, dude, your yard. I'm looking at your yard just because of the kind of guy I am. Your yard is prime choice for a fake grass.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, it looks good all the time.
There is no way I'm going to get AstroTurf on my backyard.
Not. Have you been to my place and seen my yard?
I have, and I've never walked on it because I'm afraid that I'm just afraid of it. You get like a rug burn or something.
Don't be afraid. The Seahawks are on it all the time.
I don't trust AstroTurf, man.
All right, fine.
Let's get to our contestant. We've got Tiger Tom. Tiger Tom, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now I know a Tiger Bob. I did not know there's now a Tiger Tom.
Yeah, we got two tigers here.
I called in like 2 weeks ago. You guys were busting my chops.
Hey, that's Tiger.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
right.
Tiger.
I remember that, Ty, because we were like, who the hell calls himself Tiger Tom? And then he didn't really have a great reason.
Do you have a better reason now, Tiger Tom?
Yes, sir. So I started a company, kind of relates to little Mr. Reggie there.
Landscape. Okay.
It had Tiger in the name, so I'd always say, I'd answer a phone, or they say Tom with Tiger, and Tiger just became Tiger Tom. And
all right, cool.
Well, that makes sense. So it's like Tiger Landscaping, I gather, or is it Tony the Tiger Landscaping? Is it what?
No, he's Tom. He's Tom, not Tony.
No, we do. We're a site utility contractor, Tiger Northwest.
Oh,
all right, give it a little shout there.
Do you like tigers?
I just thought of something that was easy to say, easy to remember, and it was on a rice cooker on my counter, and I was like, Tiger, that's good. So it worked out.
This is a better story than you had last time.
That sure is. Tom?
To know the history behind every business's name now. This is how people come up with names to their companies. I love it.
Tom, when you scale your company, okay, and it gets bigger and bigger, hire a PR guy.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Tiger Tom will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Tom, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
What cartoon character often promised that he would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today?
Pass.
Who recorded the 1955 song Ain't That a Shame?
I have no idea. Pass.
Which Office Space character had the same name as a famous musician?
Milton?
No.
Pass.
What is the name of the first book in the Bourne trilogy?
Born Identity?
Yes. How many ounces of coffee are there in a Starbucks tall size?
16.
No.
12?
Yes. What flavor is the liqueur Grand Marnier?
Chocolate?
No.
Coffee?
No.
Strawberry.
No. What color is Shrek?
Green?
Yes. How many books are there in a trilogy?
That would be 3.
Yes. Who played Uncle Buck in the movie Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck.
No.
Pass. I don't know.
1,
The next
2,
guess.
3, 4, correct.
I like that Tiger Tom guessed that. Like, he really tried to throw some stuff out there. If he didn't, that's the way you play the game. Just maybe
It's
you might get
true.
lucky.
You know, and that's how Steve always plays this game.
So I give Tom credit.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, though, I'm afraid, because I know some of the things Steve will probably know.
Yeah, there's some of these that Steve absolutely will know, so it'll be close.
All right.
I don't know the music stuff.
Well, don't say anything
Yeah.
because you don't want to give Steve any more of a chance.
Yeah, and that music thing was tough. I don't know, Steve. He might not get that one.
You don't think so?
He might not. It's going to be 50-50 in my brain about that.
All right, he either gets it or he doesn't.
Yeah. It's like I'm not 100% sure that. Yeah, it's. Well, that's what I mean. Steve knows a lot of music stuff.
Yeah, I know.
That's what
I
I
know what
mean.
you're saying
So I
there.
normally would say, yeah, he'll 100% get it. But this one here, I'm not sure if it's in his wheelhouse.
I'm excited now.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What cartoon character often promised that he would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today?
The guy from Popeye.
Popeye.
Wimpy.
Yes. Who recorded the 1955 song Ain't That a Shame?
That is shame.
Oh, Steve.
Is that Merle Haggard?
No.
Hank Williams.
No.
Yeah, buddy. Elvis.
No. Which Office Space character has the same name as a famous musician?
Freddie Mercury.
No. That'd be cool.
David Bowie.
No.
Owen Wilson.
No. What is the name of the first book in the Bourne trilogy?
Born Identity.
Yes. How many ounces are there in a Starbucks tall size?
That's the small one. So 12.
Yes. What flavor is the liqueur Grand Marnier?
Liqueur. Orange.
Yes. What color is Shrek?
Green.
Yes. How many books are there in a trilogy?
3.
Yes. Who played Uncle Buck in the movie Uncle Buck?
Oh, gosh, the big guy. John Candy.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct. You win 7-4. Sorry, Tiger Tom.
Tiger Tom.
That's okay.
All righty.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Well, you know what, buddy? You're still. You know what? You're still our Tiger Tom.
Well, I'm honored.
There he goes.
You're the Tiger.
There he goes, pouncing away into the jungle.
He's honored. But I'm the world's greatest.
Oh, true. Fine. Whatever.
You didn't get the one that BJ thought you would get.
Yeah.
Or almost sort of kind of
Yes.
thought you would get.
I was stumped on that one.
I have 2 guesses. It would either be Chuck Berry or Fats Domino.
And you were correct with Fats Domino.
Domino.
Yeah, you were thinking a little more on the countryside. And,
Yeah, the way I was singing it in my head, it was a little bit more of a twang. Ain't that a shame?
And it does have a little feel to that a little bit.
Yeah, but definitely not a Merle Haggard song, unfortunately. The Office Space character, that's the same name as a famous musician.
This is the movie Office Space.
Yes.
And I am blanking on everybody's name except Milton. How bad is that? And that's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't think I can remember anyone's name but this guy and Milton's.
I would then just go ahead, Vic.
Michael Bolton?
Michael
Oh,
Bolton.
yes.
He ruined his
he's
name
the
for him.
African American dude, isn't he?
No,
he's a
he was
white
the
dude.
white guy.
Oh, all right. Well, see, I totally forget everybody's name on that show. Okay. And it's such a great movie. How do
It
I
is.
not know their name?
I don't know. I think you need to go back and watch it.
You're right. I totally forgot the Michael Bolton thing. Oh, Michael Bolton was the nerdy dude.
Yes.
Oh, the nerd. Oh, dang it. Oh, wow. And I love that movie. Gosh. All right.
Well, congratulations, Steve. You won with 7 correct.
All right. Well, Steve, let me ask you this. Because first of all, we're going to talk about trust.
Okay.
And second of all, more and more people have decided they're going to change the word trustworthy into trustable.
Trustable.
Because that's not a word. But we always say, that people more and more, and including myself, we say,
Are you trustable?
Are you trustable? And it really is not a word.
But that just makes me think about Lunchables, and then I get hungry.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
That's why I will never
Trustables.
I will never consider you trustable around my Lunchable.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no. So we're asking people in life, and I'd like to go around the room and see if you can give this some deep thought. How many people in your life do you absolutely trust? Give it some thought now, because, again, you trust with your life, your wife, your husband, your money, your children. I mean, absolute trust is that's what I'm thinking, that level.
I have a lot.
You really do?
100%.
Wow.
I mean, first off, right
with
off the bat,
all those things I said?
Yeah. Everyone on the show. 100% trust
Even
all
me?
of you.
Wow.
Wow. That's
I might not like you, but I trust you.
All right, fair enough.
Just kidding.
You know what? No, you don't have to like the people you trust. You can go, you know what? The guy's a jerk, but I do trust him with this.
Yeah, unless you guys have ever done anything to violate my trust, I have no reason not to trust you. That's kind of where I come from. It's same with respect. I respect everybody until they do something to lose my respect.
Oh, see.
Everyone on my hockey team, a good chunk of the people who I wrestle with, everybody in my band.
Wow.
Now, how far does this trust go? Because
With everything that BJ said, that criteria, I trust everybody. I would give...
That's why I put that criteria down, Rev, because once you go to that criteria, I think that would shrink the number. That's why it's so amazing Steve trusts all of us. Like, I don't trust Steve. I wouldn't trust you with my money.
What do you think I'm going to do with your money?
I just don't think you're smart enough to manage it. Not that you would steal it.
You're not asking me to manage it.
No, but if
I've had access to your credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
Have I ever charged anything?
No, that's what I mean by trust. It's like, it's not that you would steal from me, but I don't think you're not at my level of managing.
These jeans with your credit card.
Yeah, it's See, that's what I mean by trust. It's like,
I wouldn't trust me with managing money either.
Yeah,
I just like spending it.
That's the thing.
But I wouldn't steal from you.
No, but see, when you say trust me with my money, would you be responsible with it? That's what my brain says.
I wouldn't even touch it. That's the thing.
Oh, well, that's better than, you know what, if you
gave me, here's $10,000.
You leave it where it is.
I would put it somewhere. And I wouldn't even, like you said, I need you to hold this.
Where would you put it? Like in the dryer? What do you put it somewhere?
I'd probably put it in my hockey bag, because nobody wants to go in that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I'm going to trust you.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, under that criteria you gave, I'm with Steve. Like, I have a lot of people that I trust. But when it comes, when I think of trust, I think, who is like the one person or the people I can tell everything to, like the deepest, darkest corners and secrets of me? And maybe one or two.
Oh.
Or like they know everything.
Okay, I should put that in there. I think that's a good one, Vicky. That's a nice piece of criteria to put in there. Yeah. Who would you tell your deepest, darkest secrets to? Does that group start your shrinking, Steve?
I might eliminate a couple people just because I know that they would just use it against me for jokes. But I really am very lucky that I feel pretty stoked that most of the people in my life, friends and family, are people that I could feel very comfortable and safe sharing things with. And also feel comfortable and safe trusting them to have me in their best interest. One person, though, did say, Steve, you would trust the Rev to watch your house again after he made love to himself on your exercise machine?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I did get rid of that, I think.
Hey,
he's married now.
And I was straightforward when that asked. Well, if you asked me to do that, I'm still going to do that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still happening.
I'd lock my bedroom, though.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Companies are increasingly providing employees with more benefits and perks to both lure and retain the best talent. Over the last year, about 34% of organizations reported that they increased their benefits to employees, which is a little bit up from last year, but still, it was a pretty good number last year, too, about 32% of them. So this survey is saying that, employers are like, all right, we got to up the game. Because 66% of workers identified sizable benefits and perks packages as the number one determining factor when they consider job offers.
Free coffee. It's a nice perk.
See,
that's not very sizable, though.
You're easy to please.
Yeah, I am. If they gave me free Sun Chips and free coffee every day, I'd be happy. And now I'm losing my money on these damn Sun Chips.
Yeah, you are. Dude, that's amazing. I know you've got an addiction.
I do.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
They are good. I won't lie to you.
And they're heart healthy.
And you're,
I don't know if they are. It says it on the package.
Yeah, it says on the package, so it must be true.
Yeah, see, right there. Heart healthy.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but,
Whole grain garden salsa, that's my jam. Give that to me for free. I'll work here forever.
Yeah, I have no... Wow.
He's
All right.
getting into them.
Wow, you ate those fast.
Yeah, you did. I thought that bag still had some in there.
Nope.
Wow. You just got those.
Yeah, and I just ate them, Rev.
Wow.
What am I supposed to do?
So
Put
free.
them on a shelf for display?
So if you got to work for Sun Chips, they'd have half the battle covered.
Oh, God, I'd work for free.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there you go. Well, Sun Chips, we've got a guy for you. Yeah, it's interesting because I was looking, I was considering millennials because, it used to be for me, whoever paid me the most money, that was the job I wanted to take.
Right.
Millennials don't think that way anymore. At least a lot of them don't. And so when I looked at the top 3 benefits that were valuable to, prospective workers, I was like, okay, I bet it's going to be like you, Steve. It's like cool stuff at the workplace, some free stuff. Turns out, no, it's still the same thing it's always been. And that would be health insurance, paid vacation time, and offering 401k retirement plans. Those are still the big 3, which that was big for me.
Responsible stuff.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Right.
Yeah. And about 1 in 10 workers in the U.S. reported leaving their previous jobs due to the fact that they were dissatisfied with the employee benefits and perks that job had. So,
what about parking?
Yeah. Well, if you work in a city like us, parking is so important.
That's a huge perk.
It really, really is. For a lot of people, it doesn't matter because they got parking lots. But and Seattle, because they don't want cars down here. I don't care what anybody tells you. That's really what they don't want. The politicians don't want cars here. So parking, there's nowhere to go. They're taking away spaces for bike lanes. So yeah, free parking would be a huge perk.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially with how much they charge for a monthly parking spot.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
They know they got you because there's not many places.
Right.
So they're all in cahoots just to F us, Steve. That's why I want that perk. And what about you?
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So since these companies have to make it like really, really cool, giving you great perks just so they can keep you working, I'm thinking maybe that's you. Maybe you're working for a place where you've got the coolest or maybe the oddest perk of your job. 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999.
Looking at some of the text messages, one person says, this is a good one. As a bud tender, I get 50% off of all cannabis products at the store. And also, they basically they're throwing a free sample bag every month. I get free weed.
Whoa, did he say half off?
Half off all cannabis products at the store.
Whoa, that's a hell of a deal. I mean, think about that. There's no place I know where they'll give you half off any product. That's a hell of a deal.
Right?
Wow. Man, I could think of many stores I'd love to work for where I would be like, yeah, dude, you give me half off your product, I'm ready to go. Groceries, games, anything. I mean, wow.
And I don't know what the protocol is, but I can't imagine that they're upset if you are stoned at the job. I mean, that seems like you're just kind of like you're selling the product. I guess you don't get drunk at a bar, so I mean, maybe they don't want that as a bartender.
There are people that feel like they can operate well slightly stoned. It's whereas a bar. Well, you know what? I operate well if I have maybe a drink or two. I operate well, but I have to stop, though. The problem is when you're drinking, you feel like, oh, why can't I keep going?
And then next you know, it's like an episode of Bar Rescue, and you're buying people free shots.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, see, that's why you can't have me in charge of anything.
And then mom's broke, and she's about to lose her house because she gave you money for the bar.
Yeah, see,
I've watched that episode one too many times.
Yes, you have. I know, that's a tough... If you're a parent and you have some cash, you want to help your children, but you can't raid your retirement fund.
BJ, you'll like this one. I work at Cupcake Royale delivering cupcakes.
Oh.
I get all the cupcakes and ice cream I can handle.
Oh, I mean, I've said it before. I've talked to guys in the donut business. They say you eventually get sick of donuts, but I want to give that a shot.
I don't think I could ever get sick of a cupcake.
I'm with you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And Cupcake Royale is legit. I've had their product. They're good.
As opposed to them being phonies?
Well, I mean, come on. You know what I mean.
Cupcake Royale's great.
Yeah, they're good. And they're not phony, Steve. Let's go to Matt and Cedro Willie. Matt, how about you? What is the coolest or oddest perk of your job?
My boss has bought race cars that 3 of us at work drive.
So your boss has bought race cars and he lets you drive them?
Yes.
That is pretty sweet. What kind of work do you guys do?
We're an auto repair shop up there in Cedar Woolley.
All right, there you go. I suspected that perhaps the automotive industry was going to be tied to this. Oh, that is sweet. So how fast have you been able to go in one of those cars?
The dirt modifieds will run 70 or 80 miles an hour on a dirt oval, 3/10 of a mile track.
That's a nice perk. I mean, that really, really is a nice perk. I appreciate the call, Matt. Thank you, dude. Let's go to, if I can hang up the phone, that would be helpful. Let's go to Andrew in SeaTac. Andrew, you are on the rock.
What up? So right now, I'm actually headed to work. I work at the airport, and I get all domestic flights for free anywhere, anytime I want.
What?
Whoa.
And I also, for international flights, all I have to do is pay taxes, so I can go to Tokyo and back for less than $100.
Wow, dude.
But the sad irony is that he doesn't get any vacation time, so he can't use it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
There's no cap to it? You can do it as much as you want?
No, yeah, I could do it as much as I want. I could book the next flight for Beijing or whatever and just hop on it.
Dude, do it. Go to Beijing today.
I'm so jealous,
I
Andrew.
got to make money.
I am jealous because I fly a lot because I mean I'm an MVP on Alaska. That's how much I fly, and I am so like that is like the ultimate. I would love that.
It's pretty great. I flew to Vegas like a month and a half ago, literally just to get in and out, and then I flew back the next day.
I was going to say, I would just hit Vegas once a month. I mean, leave on a Friday, get back for work on Monday.
Oh yeah, man. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, you got to abuse that whole power
just for in and out. That's hilarious.
You know, I mean, a lot of people go for the. Did you try the shake? I need to know if you think the shakes are as amazing as I do.
They are. They're top tier.
See, nobody tells you about the In-N-Out shake. They always go, "Hey, try the burger." And I'm glad you tried the shake because I feel like the shake is the better part, really the better product of In-N-Out.
Although if he has family that's not in town, he has no excuse. You know, a lot of people could be like, "I can't visit you, man. It's
yeah, you're right.
I can't afford the flight, travel." They're just like, "Dude, you get it for free."
That would be the worst perk for you.
Yeah,
because then you'd have to go visit your family.
I would love to visit my family.
Oh well, I mean, maybe your mother and father, but what about that? What about that annoying like third cousin?
Oh, he's an Elvis impersonator. I would love to hang out with him.
All right, then. So you would love that perk.
I got no issues with any of my family.
Yeah, see, not me. I don't want to. There's too many things you got to go to. Too many responsibilities. And if they knew I had free flight everywhere, they'd be going, "Hey, you know what? Your half cousin that was married to the butcher is now having a christening." I'm like, okay, I don't need to be there for that, do I? Yeah, you do.
How about this person? I'm a service manager in an auto shop. I get free oil changes, get parts at 10% over cost, and then I get to work on my own car and install my own parts from Jeff.
That's a good deal because I mean, service and parts are expensive.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about the labor because he does it. Because labor is expensive too.
Yeah, but you know what? I hear a lot of people that are in the service industry don't want to do their own work. Like they don't want to paint their own house. They don't want to paint. They don't want to do any of that. And so I wonder if it's the same thing for auto repair dudes. That they'd rather just take it to somebody else.
Yeah, but when they look at the labor cost, they're probably like, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, you're right. See, I'm not that guy. I'd be like, I'm just lazy. That's why I'm not in that business in the first place. Chuck on Camino Island, you are on the rock.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Chuck? How about you? What's the oddest or the coolest perk you have at your job?
Hey, I drive a dump truck for a living, and if I need to, and the machines or whatever are available, I get to take them to the house and do the work in the yard with them.
Ooh, you are the neighbor I don't want to piss off if you have access to that kind of equipment. You know what? I think the first time I'd ever shut my mouth in the neighborhood was like, that guy has access to a backhoe. I do not need that. I don't need that grief all of a sudden. Hey, look, I got new landscaping. It's called a crater.
Right? I just dug a big range in at my house yesterday and this weekend.
Damn, dude, that's fun. Especially if you like. I mean, look, you grow up and you watch those things, and people. And how about you get to bring one home and play with it every time when you're an adult? That's actually cool,
right? I mean, it's like your metal Tonka trucks with 3 wheels when you're growing up, right?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Those are the best.
You're that. Yeah, you're living that dream. You're that guy. Gets to do it for free. That's awesome. Thanks,
One texter says their perk. Basically, I get to listen to you guys. That's all I got. Insert sad song.
You know what? I saw what the Rev put on the screen, Steve.
What do you put in the screen?
I got a bone to pick with the Rev.
I'm looking forward to this.
A bone?
I do, because you know what he's been doing. Well, let's get his answer.
I don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah, we asked again, what is the best or oddest perk of your job? All right. And here's his answer.
Yeah, working security, it was getting the free food from the break rooms over the weekend from all of the different places.
Should I just fire him now?
What? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Dude, he's been here for how many years?
We don't get free food here.
Yeah. I don't do it here. It was only when I was working security.
We don't get free food here?
No.
Are you saying that so if your wife is listening?
No, I just paid $1 or something for those sun
We
chips.
get donuts, and there's all sorts of people that
Not
give
every
stuff.
day.
Well, not every day. No, you got free food every day, Rev?
Well, yeah, any day that I went into the other the freezers and took them, yeah.
Wait,
you're stealing people's stuff.
Yeah, it was a perk.
Oh, my God. Okay, no.
Also the free toilet paper that I would take.
All right, I'm with you, BJ. That's not a perk, that's theft.
Jesus, he's an idiot.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you can get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that, and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.